the video. You know, it's going to be fun, and it's going to be fun. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess I've just been trying to think of what the best way is to... Sorry, I get distracted by these comments sometimes. But I've been trying to think about the best content to be putting out because, you know, there's a lot of things. If you guys know Lauren and I, you know that, you know, we have so many different things that we're interested in. Whether that's content that is more like comedy stuff, whether it's us as a couple doing, you know, couple vlog type of stuff, day in the life. Of course, we're all quarantined now, so a lot of our day-to-day stuff is us just working at home on different projects. Or whether that's more AI stuff. And I saw a lot of people with AI questions that are being thrown at me, and I'm happy to talk about that stuff too. So, you know, it's just like I'm trying to find the best balance, you know. And one question that I get asked all the time, and I'll just answer this right off the bat, is, you know, do I still work in AI? And the answer to that question is yes. I work in AI every day. You know, before, a lot of my AI stuff was for corporations, right? Whether it was, I built a lot of like anti-money laundering systems, for example, for a credit card company. So it would detect if someone was participating in money laundering their account. Or I even worked on a system for detecting if maybe possible human trafficking was going on. For, like, let's say, I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but there's a site that was called Backpages back in the day. It since got shut down by the FBI, but basically people would put ads on there, and I created a system to try to find cases where potential human trafficking may be taking place on that website. So, and forgive me if I'm going off on a tangent, but I used to do a lot of AI work for corporations. CNN, I worked for building recommendations system for them. Now my AI work is projects that, I mean, I was passionate about those projects, but projects that are closer to home. If you guys saw the show, you probably saw that I mentioned that my mom has Parkinson's, so that's something that I want to work towards, working on solutions for that. I've worked on, most recently, a project where I was working with Cornell, working on concussion and actually figuring out the prognosis of concussion given what's happened to a person. So are they going to recover from the concussion or not based on the data that they've collected on that person? So my interests are kind of in pushing forward about how can AI improve people's everyday lives, and, you know, specifically people with health issues, but just people's normal everyday lives, give people more time to do what they want to do. So anyways, let's get into the questions, and then we'll kind of jump between that and doing lives with people so that they can just, you know, just say what they want to say within reason, obviously. All right, questions. You're beautiful. Oh, well, that's not really a question, but thank you. Can you speak some words in Spanish? Not beyond like the, you know, hola and banos and that type of thing. Do you mind have children? Come on. Lauren. So Lauren's actually working on this really cool project right now. She's in her office like 10 feet away. But she's been working hard on it. I won't say what it is because that's kind of her thing to talk about. It's really cool though, and I'm sure she'll probably talk about it soon. Yeah. Can you sing for us? I used to sing back in the day. It's funny, Lauren and I both kind of grew up doing like a lot of theater, like musical theater, and plays, and I used to play the violin, and I used to do a little bit of singing. Probably won't sing today. Sorry. Let's see. How does it feel to be the king and have your wife be the queen of everything? Well, that's sweet. Lauren is, I mean, what to say? I am just really thankful for our union. I mean, you've probably heard me say that a bazillion times. I think the biggest thing is I'm just happy to have a partner that I love and respect, and that's reciprocated, and that we can work together. And when I say work together, I mean whether it's professional stuff, whether it's coming to a decision about stuff around the house, just having someone to love and to laugh with and to grow old with, getting kind of cheesy, but I mean, you guys know how happy I am. I mean, of course, every marriage isn't, every marriage has its difficulties, but, we work through things really well, I think. Yeah. Okay. Any ideas of dates on quarantine? I'm reading this verbatim, by the way. So, dates in quarantine. Yeah, I've mentioned something to this effect before, but I think one thing that can be important to keep in mind is you really want to show some effort in some way. Try and make it fun, too. Try and mix it up a little bit. I'm sure we're all Netflix and chilling, right? I think, so one thing, just to give you a practical example, one thing that I did a couple days ago was just try to make like a nice, it sounds a little weird, but like a bath for Lauren. She likes to take like long baths. So like got some roses from our rose garden, put some rose petals in there, lit some candles and stuff like that. And it wasn't really a date so much. It was just kind of setting a nice mood. So just like doing a nice gesture. But dates, maybe a picnic somewhere where you're, keeping a nice social distance, but maybe you're out in nature, a little picnic action going on, a hike, same thing, just, keeping it safe, but going outside. I mean, frankly, we all need to get outside a little bit, right? So there you go. What have been some of your favorite date nights? Ooh, a lot of great dates that Lauren and I have had. A couple stick in my mind, and they not even like the most elaborate ones, but just, so we had a date once where we went on a hike, and it was a great day, and then we went to the movies, and then we went to dinner, and then we came home, and, use your imagination. But it was just great because, we got to do so much, and I don't know, I like dates that are kind of more dynamic like that. Yeah, that's one example. We've, Valentine's Day, we went to the Botanical Garden in Atlanta, and that was a lot of fun. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how nervous were you to meet Lauren's dad? That's a question that, and for good reason, people ask a lot. I think for me, I wasn't really nervous about meeting her dad per se. I was more concerned about making a good impression. I knew my intentions were good, and I didn't really have anything to worry about there. But I knew how important it was to Lauren, so I wanted to make sure that everything went well and that I communicated that I was going to take care of his daughter and that, we were going to have a solid partnership. Okay. Let's see. How do you stay productive during quarantine? Honestly, I think it's kind of hard sometimes. Because there's this feeling, and I'm sure a lot of us are feeling it, like you want to go out and, you're just this like claustrophobic feeling of being inside all the time and wanting to, socialize or just have a break from being in the house all the time. and I know we can do certain things and all this, but then I kind of try and remind myself, like, you know, we've been very lucky during this time. We've had a lot of great opportunities, and a lot of people are going through much more difficult things. So I find that motivating. I find that, you know, given these opportunities, I need to make the best of these opportunities that I can, and really use them to the best of my ability to, you know, benefit my family, our household, and, you know, not squander them, basically. So I don't know, I just kind of remind myself of what's at stake. Are these good questions? I don't know. I mean, the questions are good, but is this helpful? Let's see. Can AI help during this pandemic now? That's a really good question, and I think that's a question I've been asking myself. I think it can. I think that, you know, one thing is, well, in what way would it help? You know, we're thinking about, one thing I would think about is, you know, you can predict the rate of spread, right? You can predict how fast it's going to spread given what conditions. That's one thing. You know, that's not really a solution, though. So what would be more, I mean, it would be beyond telling you that, hey, it is necessary to do these preventative measures. AI maybe could be used in terms of developing a vaccine. You know, that might be something like predicting which experimental parameters would yield the best vaccine, something like that. So there are ways. It's not a clear-cut path. Anyways, let's do some live, shall we? With some of y'all. All right, let's see. Forgive me if it's the circles, right? The two faces. Yeah, okay. Requests, here we go. And I'm gonna try and do this like randomly, so you know, forgive me if it's whatever. It's all good. Okay. Here we go. Oh. What happened? Did it? Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Oh, let me turn my camera. Oh, there we go. What's up?
I don't know if I have a bad signal. Hey, I'm from
You're not
Toronto.
driving right now, are you?
I am. You should probably
you're in
call someone
Toronto.
else. Yeah.
Oh, you're driving?
Yeah.
Well,
I was literally, why did I have the feeling you were going to accept mine? I'm like, no, don't accept mine yet.
all right. Yeah, you should probably focus on the road. But good to see you, though.
Anyway.
All right. Mildly dangerous, or kind of super dangerous. Please don't do that. All right, let's see. That's all right. We'll bring it back. Let me see. All right, here we go. Should I close my eyes? It's kind of hard to hit the buttons, though, if I do that. All right. There we go.
Hey, Cam.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. So this is my question. Obviously, you became a celebrity based on falling in love. I want to know if in your younger days, did you ever think of being a celebrity?
Not really. I think when I was younger, I kind of envisioned myself like creating some or finding some scientific discovery and thinking that was like gonna lead to some celebrity status or something, but definitely not through this realm. Though that being said, like I always kind of enjoyed entertaining people in some way.
So is it super difficult to go grocery shopping now?
You know, we definitely do get recognized a lot. And people are super sweet when we go out. And
Good.
yeah, of course, we're all wearing masks too. So it makes it a little bit easier. Like the period of time before the masks, we were getting recognized a lot. But the show was also like exploding at that same time too. So,
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Those are your questions?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna let someone else answer. I don't want to take up the whole time.
Oh, okay. Well, it's good to see you. And where are you at?
Thank you. I'm in Houston. Me and my mom.
Awesome.
Hi.
Hey, Mom.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
I
Well,
watched the series and then made her watch it, so I watched it twice. And then
okay.
she was like, "Do they end up together?" I'm like, "I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you."
You gotta be surprised. Well, that's awesome.
It was so.
And what's that?
I said it was such a good show. I was so
Oh.
together.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I enjoyed it too. Well, it was great seeing you. And thanks for going live.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye. Awesome. Oh, that was nice. So, all right, let's keep it going. This is fun. Let's see. Okay, I feel like you have to hit the circles like just right. All right. Uh-oh. Let's see who we got. Hey.
What's up, big guy?
What's going on? So this is actually one of my very good friends, Shashi, and I wanted to get him on just because, well, first of all, we just had his bachelor party the other day, but secondly, he knows me very well. I mean, we went to college together, and so he saw a lot of me. So, you know, he can I don't know. I mean, he can attest good or bad, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So the first thing I'll say before I get into my questions is Cam is 100% the person you see on the show. He is this really thoughtful, very considerate, very sweet guy. The one thing that wasn't shown on the show is is damn hilarious. He's one of the funniest people you'll meet. One of the funniest people you'll meet. And I think it's coming out more and more. You guys are really getting to see a sense of how funny he is and how creative. My biggest question for you, man. So people I think are starting to get a sense of you're very dynamic. You've got so many different skills, so many different interests. People might not know, but Cam is a very accomplished poet. He's an incredibly accomplished poet. He writes a lot. He's very creative. So
wasn't expecting you to bring that up.
Saturday, man, my favorite day of the week.
But, oh, you remember that?
Can't forget, man. Can't forget. The question I have for you that I think the fans are dying to know is if you weren't doing what you're doing now and you could do anything with no limitations at all, what would you want to do?
The same stuff, really.
The dog wants to know too.
Oh, Rosie, what's up, buddy? I mean, pretty much the same stuff. I think just I would put myself into a more elevated position than where I am now, in the sense of like having my own AI company, kind of carrying out the vision that I have there, but also doing stuff in entertainment and having the freedom to do like my creative stuff, poetry.